Hi, everybody. Welcome back to JISH Learn English Podcast. I'm Shaylin. In today's video, we're going to learn something very important for real conversations: how to respond to short, two-word questions. When we listen to native English speakers, many times they use very short questions like, "So what? We good?" and similar expressions. I've noticed that many English learners understand the words, but they are not sure how to react or what reply they should give. This happens because two-word questions don't clearly show their meaning. To understand them, we need context. What do I mean by context? Let me explain with a simple example. If you tell someone, "I want to learn English," and they ask, "Why?" you understand that they are asking the reason. But if they ask, "What for?" many people don't know what to reply. Here, "what for" means the same as "why," but because it is short, the meaning is not clear without context. So, in today's video, we will learn how to understand these short two-word questions and how to answer them correctly in conversation. We will learn 15 such questions today and 16 more in the next video. Let's start with "how come?" This is one of the most common short questions in spoken English. "How come" is used to ask why something happened, and in meaning it is the same as "why," but it sounds more natural and conversational in everyday speech. When you hear "how come," you can understand that the speaker is asking for the reason. For example, if someone cancels a plan and says, "Sorry, I can't make it to the meeting tonight," you can reply, "Oh, how come?" This has the same meaning as asking "why?" or "why can't you make it?" In another situation, if someone says, "I'm not moving to New York anymore," you can ask, "How come?" In both cases, you are politely asking why something happened or why a decision has changed. Next is, "what for?" It is another short question used in spoken English to ask why, but it focuses more on purpose rather than just reason. When someone asks "what for," they are asking what something is needed for or what the purpose is. For example, if someone says, "I'm learning English," you can ask, "What for?" This means you want to know the reason or goal, such as work, studies, or travel. Or if someone says, "I need this document," you can reply, "What for?" Here you are asking what the document will be used for. In both cases, "what for" means for what reason or for what purpose, and it helps you understand the intention behind the action. Next we have, "You sure?" It is a short question used in spoken English to confirm information or check whether someone is confident about what they are saying. When you ask, "You sure?" you are not asking for new information, but you are checking that something is correct. For example, if someone says, "I don't need any help," you can reply, "You sure?" This shows that you want to confirm their decision. Or if someone says, "The meeting is at 6 in the morning," you can ask, "You sure?" Here you are checking the accuracy of the time. In both cases, "you sure" is used to confirm certainty in a natural, conversational way. Now, let's move on to the next one. "How so?" It is a short question used when you want someone to explain how a statement is true or how they reached a conclusion. It is different from asking why because it asks for reasoning or clarification rather than the cause. For example, if someone says, "This job is risky," you can ask, "How so?" Here, you are asking them to explain what makes the job risky. In another situation, if someone says, "This method works better," you can reply, "How so?" You are asking for details or reasoning behind their statement. In both cases, "how so" means helps you understand the reasoning behind what someone says. Let's take a look at another common short question. "Why's that?" It is used to ask, "Why is that?" and helps you understand the reason behind what someone says. For example, if someone says, "I avoid watching TV at night," you can ask, "Why's that?" to know their reason. Or if someone says, I prefer taking the bus instead of driving. You can reply, why's that? Here, you are politely asking the explanation behind their choice. Next, let's explore another short question. What's that? It is used when you do not understand a word, idea, or reference and want clarification. For example, if someone says, you'll need to fill out the eligibility form, you can ask, what's that? To know what the form is. Or if someone mentions, the company is implementing a new workflow, you can reply, what's that? Here, you're asking them to explain the term or concept. In both cases, what's that helps you understand something unfamiliar in the conversation. Now, let's look at another short question. Says who? It is used when you want to know the source of information or check who made a statement. For example, if someone says, the new policy will start next month, you can ask, says who, to find out where this information comes from. Or if someone claims, this brand is the most popular in the country, you can reply, says who. Here, you are politely asking for the source or evidence behind the claim. In both cases, says who helps you verify information and understand its origin. Next is another short question. Now what? It is used when something has finished or changed and you want to know the next step. For example, if someone says, the exam is over, you can ask, now what? To find out what comes next. In another situation, after completing a project, someone might say, we've finished the first draft, and you can reply, now what? Here, you are asking about the next action or step. In both cases, now what helps you understand what should happen next in a conversation or situation. Next is another short question. You done? It means, are you finished, and is commonly used in spoken English. For example, if someone is still working on a task, you can ask, you done? To check if they have completed it. You can also use it when someone has finished packing for a trip and you want to confirm, saying, you done? Here, you are checking if everything is ready or completed. In both cases, you done helps you confirm whether an action has been finished. Next is another short question. What's wrong? It is used when you notice that something is not right or when someone seems upset and you want to understand the problem. For example, if someone looks worried after reading an email, you can ask, what's wrong? To find out what is bothering them. You can also use it when a machine stops working unexpectedly, saying, what's wrong? Here you are asking for an explanation of the issue. In both cases, what's wrong helps you identify a problem or concern in a situation. The next one is another short question. All set? It is used to ask, are you ready, or is everything completed? For example, before leaving for a trip, you can ask someone, all set? To make sure they have everything they need. You can also use it when a team has finished preparing for a meeting, saying, all set? To check that all tasks are completed and everyone is ready to start. In both cases, all set helps you confirm readiness or completion in a clear and simple way. The next one is got it? It is used to check whether someone understands what has been said or explained. For example, after giving instructions on a task, you can ask, got it? To make sure the other person knows what to do. You can also use it after explaining a new process at work, saying, got it? To confirm that everyone understands the steps. In both cases, got it helps you ensure understanding in a conversation or situation. Now, let's move to another short question. What gives? It is used when something seems unusual, confusing, or unexpected, and you want to know what is happening. For example, if someone is late for a meeting again, you can ask, what gives? To find out the reason for the delay. You can also use it when a friend suddenly cancels plans without explanation, saying, what gives? To understand why. In both cases, what gives helps you ask for clarification about unexpected situations. The next one is, what's next? It is used to ask about the next step in a process or situation. For example, after finishing a project, you can ask, what's next? To find out what you should do now. You can also use it when a lesson or activity is completed, saying, "What's next?" to understand the following step. In both cases, "what's next" helps you know what comes after a completed task or action. Finally, the next one is another short question. You good? It is used to check if someone is okay or if they need help. For example, if someone looks unsure while carrying heavy boxes, you can ask, "You good?" to see if they need assistance. You can also use it when a friend seems quiet or distracted, saying, "You good?" to check how they are feeling. In both cases, "you good" helps you politely ask about someone's condition or well-being. So, friends, these were the 16 two-word questions. Take a look at all of them. Maybe even take a screenshot and try to recall the meanings I taught you. If you can't remember, go back and re-watch that part of the video. Practicing this way will help these questions become a natural part of your English mind, and you'll be able to use them easily whenever you need. Now, here's a little exercise for you. Write a short summary of the 16 questions in the comments with whatever you can recall right now. This will help you practice what you've learned and also inspire others to learn English mindfully. If this video added any value, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. Your support means a lot to me, and I'm really grateful for it. All right, that's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow with another set of questions in this series. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing, and most importantly, take care of yourself. See ya!